Welcome to the Microsoft Dynamics CRM December 2012 Service Update iPad Experience course presented by Derek Brown. This course was built on beta versions of Microsoft Dynamics CRM, so there may be some slight differences in the released product. Now let me introduce Derek Brown.
The iPad browser experience in the December 2012 Service Update allows you to access the Microsoft Dynamics CRM website from Safari on your iPad device. This lesson will introduce the core concepts specific to the iPad browser experience. While many features are available to iPad users across the Microsoft Dynamics CRM web application, the sign-in, sitemap, dashboards, and form experiences have been modified to accommodate the tablet form factor and touch capabilities. In this lesson, we will discuss the general navigation and functionality of the iPad browser experience, as well as discuss the changes made to the form experience. The iPad browser experience is supported on all iPad device hardware generations that utilize iOS version 6. If you attempt to access the Microsoft Dynamics CRM website from an older iOS version, you will be redirected to the standard Mobile Express experience. This information is organized in the matrix on your screen. Much like other features shipped in the December 2012 Service Update, the iPad browser experience is only available after the product update is applied to the organization. If you attempt to access the Microsoft Dynamics CRM online organization from an iPad before the update is applied, you will be redirected to the standard Mobile Express experience. After the update is applied, you may sign into your Microsoft Dynamics CRM online organization by accessing the standard organization URL. After sign-in, if you prefer to load the application in the traditional Mobile Express mode, you may do so by touching the Launch Mobile Express link in the topmost frame of the page. When you touch this link, the Microsoft Dynamics CRM website will load in Mobile Express mode. The general navigation and layout of the Microsoft Dynamics CRM website has been optimized for the iPad experience. This includes the functionality provided by the sitemap, grids, default pages, dashboards, and other related navigation features. Please note, while much of the standard tablet actions, such as touch-based scroll, are available for use with the Microsoft Dynamics CRM website, the ability to pinch or zoom on page elements is not available in this release. In the Microsoft Dynamics CRM December 2012 Service Update, the new form definitions for the account, contact, lead, and opportunity entities have been optimized to natively support the iPad browser experience. This includes much of the same base functionality as provided in the web client, such as the process control, collaboration control, and other related features. However, for all other entities, the read-optimized or Mobile Express form experience will be displayed instead. Since the iPad experience is currently optimized for the sales entities, the sitemap has been modified to only display these entities as well as the dashboards and what's new areas. While the sitemap cannot be modified to include other entity navigation links for the iPad experience, it is possible to access other entity grids through dashboards and subgrids. To further accommodate iPad functionality, the Home and Most Recently Used buttons have been removed from the top of the sitemap as well. The sitemap will appear collapsed in portrait mode to allow for more surface area for grids and dashboards, but can also be expanded if you touch anywhere on the navigation bar. When the sitemap is expanded, the surface area of the associated grid or dashboard will move to the right to appropriately fit the display. The sitemap can then be collapsed by touching the chevron located in the top right corner of the sitemap. The sitemap will also expand automatically if you switch from portrait to landscape mode. Likewise, when you switch from landscape to portrait mode, the sitemap will automatically collapse. To navigate the sitemap, you may simply touch the icon or text of the desired entity navigation link. In the traditional web client experience, a view picker appears to the right of the entity navigation link. However, this functionality has been removed and replaced with a plus sign. When the plus sign is touched, a new record form will appear for the selected entity. Although the view picker has been removed, it is still possible to change views from within the grid, as found in the traditional web client experience. As per the default user setting, you will be taken to the dashboard page after sign-in. However, you may change this setting in your personal options. If you have specified the What's New, Account, Contact, Lead, or Opportunity entity as the default page, then the selected sitemap area will be shown by default instead. If you specify a different entity as the default page other than the sitemap entities available in the iPad experience, then you will be taken to one of the subsequent sitemap areas shown on your screen, listed in order of available read permissions. If you do not have read access to any of the listed entities, then you'll be redirected to the Mobile Express browser experience instead. To complement the iPad user interface, the ribbon has been removed from all grid views and forms. As a result, you cannot create new records from within a particular grid view. However, you can still create new entity records in a variety of ways. For the entities listed in the sitemap, you can create new records by utilizing the plus sign in the sitemap, as well as the New command bar button found in existing customer or sales records. For all remaining entities that may appear as subgrids and forms, it is not possible to create new records. As a result of this functionality, you may only add existing records to subgrids that may be present in forms. The only exception to this is for the order and invoice subgrids on the opportunity form, which allow you to add new records as opposed to existing records. More information on the behavior of subgrids in the new form definitions can be found in Module 3, Lesson 4 of the December 2012 Service Update Training documentation. In addition to these changes, the Getting Started pane, jump bar, and any gold bar notifications that may be present in the web client have been eliminated to help optimize the iPad experience. To open a record from any grid, you can touch the desired record, which will open the record in a new tab. Since you can only touch one record at a time, the ability to select multiple records through the use of checkboxes has been removed. This behavior remains true regardless of any external devices that may be connected to the iPad, such as a keyboard or mouse. While you can access both personal and system views using the view selector, the ability to create a new personal view has been removed. If a view contains columns that cannot be shown on the screen, you may swipe to the left to display the remaining columns. In addition, you may access charts within grids in the same manner as you would in other supported browsers. Yet, due to the touch-optimized design of the iPad, you cannot manually resize charts. Instead, you can select to maximize or minimize the chart definition as needed. It is not possible to create a new chart in the iPad experience. Much like other areas of the application, the functionality provided by dashboards has been slightly modified to support the iPad experience. You may still select different dashboards and drill into chart data as you would in the traditional web client experience. However, in order to maintain application consistency, you cannot create a new personal view or jump to a specific record using the jump bar. In addition, you will not have the ability to edit or remove your profile picture from the What's New area. The ability to create new dashboards has been removed in the iPad experience. As we briefly discussed in the sitemap section, the new account, contact, lead, and opportunity forms have been optimized to natively support the iPad experience. While the base functionality of the new form definitions remain mostly intact, slight modifications have been made to the form layout as well as to several form controls to enhance usability. This includes the behavior of the command bar, process control, and other new form features. In addition, the behavior of other entity form types have been modified to optimize and improve the theme and overall user interface experience. While most of the options in the command bar are available in the iPad experience, several options have been removed from the ellipsis drop-down menu. These include the Switch to Classic, Share, Form Editor, and Process Configurator options. The Switch to Classic button has been removed as the Classic Edit form is not supported in the iPad experience. The ability to share records, alter the process control, or customize the form are not within the scope of the Microsoft Dynamics CRM December 2012 service update. As a result of these changes, only Delete and Email a Link will appear in the ellipsis menu. The ellipsis drop-down menu does not appear in Create mode. Similar to the traditional web client experience, the header control does not scroll. However, the tiles that appear in the top right corner of the form can be hidden or displayed to accommodate the iPad form factor and orientation. In landscape mode, the first three tiles will be displayed, with a chevron tile to the right to indicate that a fourth hidden tile is available. When the chevron is touched, the fourth tile is displayed. You can then touch the chevron once more to hide the tile. Similarly, in portrait mode, the first tile will be displayed in the header with a chevron tile to the right to indicate that hidden tiles are available. If the header does not contain more than 2 tiles in either display mode, the chevron will not appear. Similar to the edit experience in the body of the form, you can touch a desired tile to edit its contents and then touch elsewhere to commit the change. Similarly, in portrait mode, the first tile will be displayed in the header with a chevron tile to the right to indicate hidden tiles are available. Similar to the edit experience in the body of the form, you can touch on a desired tile to edit its contents and then touch elsewhere to commit the change. The sales process control in the lead and opportunity forms has also been optimized for the iPad experience. To enhance touch capabilities, the fields and stages within the process control have been spread out for easier access. As a result, the process control now scrolls from left to right to allow you to access all of the fields from within each stage. This design allows the process control to remain easy to read and utilize without being constricted to a static space. As in the traditional web client experience, you may also hide the control from view. Much of the base functionality provided by the collaboration control has remained unchanged from the traditional web client experience. However, since some of the functionality of the collaboration control relies on mouse hover to display record options, such as the ability to expand or mark an activity as complete, a few modifications have been made to enhance the usability of this control. To access the context-sensitive options in each section of the control, you must first touch the desired record, which will then display the available options. In the Notes tab, you may add, modify, or delete notes as needed. However, the ability to add attachments has been removed. In addition, individual notes cannot be opened in the traditional notes form from within the control. In the traditional web client experience, the new form structure in the sales entities is split into 3 main columns. This includes the parent record data, collaboration control, and the stakeholders, sales team, and competitors subgrids. While these columns appear with different horizontal dimensions in the traditional web client experience, the formatting of these columns have been slightly adjusted in the iPad experience. When the device is held in portrait mode, the first 2 columns will be displayed, and you can swipe to the left to view the third column. In landscape mode, all columns are displayed. In addition, you may scroll through the body of the form independently from the process control and header regardless of the display mode. Option set fields, regardless of where they appear on the form, will utilize the default iOS pick list control. In addition, number fields will automatically open the numbers-based iOS virtual keyboard. The traditional lookup dialog box has also been modified. When a subgrid or lookup field invokes this control, an inline lookup dialog will appear on top of the parent form. While most of the lookup dialog controls are present, you cannot create new records or remove records from within the dialog. Unlike grid views, you may select multiple records when invoked from a subgrid. Out-of-the-box phone number attributes are now hyperlinked using the call to protocol to allow Skype to automatically dial outbound phone calls. While phone number fields will continue to appear to be hyperlinked for the call to protocol in the iPad experience, clicking on these attributes will not open Skype. This includes both grid views and forms that may contain phone number fields. As a result, Skype functionality does not extend to the iPad experience and is considered unsupported. Similarly, Yammer is also currently unsupported in the iPad experience. As a result, the Yammer tab will not appear in the collaboration control from within records or from the What's New page. Instead, only system posts will be available. When system administrators apply the latest product update for the December 2012 service update, the new form definitions are set as the default form experience for all users across the lead, opportunity, account, and contact entities. As a result, when you access these entities for the first time after the update, the new form definitions are displayed. This experience also extends to the iPad browser experience. However, the form experience in these entities can also vary when viewed on the iPad based on whether script events are enabled on the new form definitions, you have selected a different default form definition in the form selector, or the new form definitions have been otherwise disabled. In the traditional web client experience, if the new form definitions have been modified to include script events, the classic mode of the new form definition is displayed. That is, the new form definition is loaded using classic mode features such as the ribbon and left navigation area. However, the classic edit form mode is not supported in the iPad experience. As a result of this functionality, you will be redirected to the Mobile Express form instead. The screenshot in this slide illustrates this behavior on the account form. However, if Mobile Express has been disabled for the entity, you will be presented with a message that states that you cannot view this item on this device. The Mobile Express setting can be found in the System Customization area of the affected entity. In the traditional web client experience, you may also select a different default form experience by utilizing the left navigation form selector. If any form definition outside of the new form definitions becomes your default form in any of the sitemap entities, the form will render in read optimize mode with inline edit capabilities. The same behavior will occur if administrators have otherwise disabled the new form definitions. Please note that inline edit functionality from within this mode is only available on the account, contact, lead, and opportunity entity forms. Similar to the new form definitions, if these forms should contain script events, you will be automatically redirected to the Mobile Express form instead. As seen in the previous slide, if Mobile Express should be disabled, you will receive an error that the item cannot be viewed on this device. When you access all other entity types through lookups, subgrids, or the dashboard, the form experience can vary based on the entity type. Similar to the sitemap entities, this behavior can be further impacted by the presence of script events as well as whether Mobile Express is enabled. Entities that do not display a grid or form ribbon, such as Business Unit, cannot be opened in the iPad experience. If you attempt to open a non-ribbonized entity record, an error will occur that states, "You can't view this item on this device." The only exceptions for this functionality include the currency and facilities and equipment entities. These entities will always redirect to the Mobile Express form. Entities that display a ribbon interface, such as competitor or custom entities, will default to the traditional read-optimized form. The read-optimized form experience is enforced on the iPad regardless of your personal options preference or the organization's related system setting. To edit a read-optimized form, you can select the Edit button from the command bar, which will open the Mobile Express form. You may also notice that the Mobile Express form will appear with a new style and format to complement the iPad user interface. The Mobile Express form will be presented as an overlay on top of the read-optimized form. You may also notice that the Mobile Express form will appear with a new style and format to complement the iPad user interface. Please note, to maintain application consistency, system customizers may want to update the Mobile Express forms to match the attributes found in the commonly used forms. For example, if the competitor form contains custom attributes, system customizers may want to ensure that the same custom fields are also added to the Mobile Express form so that users can still edit the same fields when working in the iPad experience. Customization of the Mobile Express form is not covered within the scope of this course. If Mobile Express has been disabled for the entity, the Edit button will not appear in the command bar area. Similar to the sales forms, if script events should be enabled on a form in an entity that opens in read-optimized mode, the Mobile Express form will be displayed instead. Yet, if Mobile Express has been disabled for the entity, you will be presented with an error that states that you can't view this item on this device. It should be noted that by default, Mobile Express is not enabled on custom entities. As a result, you may not be able to edit these records in the iPad experience unless an administrator has enabled this functionality. Certain ribbonized entities cannot be displayed in the iPad experience. These entities are listed on your screen and include goal, roll-up query, roll-up field, marketing list, quote, product, and article. If you attempt to open these entities, you will receive a message that states you can't view this item on this device. In addition, some ribbonized entities will automatically redirect to the Mobile Express form, bypassing the Read Optimized form. These entities are listed on your screen and include appointment, recurring appointment, service, case, campaign, and user. To accommodate the Mobile Express form experience where needed, Mobile Express will be automatically enabled on select entities if this functionality is disabled at the time that the product update is applied. In addition, a Mobile Express form will be automatically generated, which may be further customized if necessary. These entities are listed on your screen and include competitor, campaign, activities, currency, service, facilities and equipment, and user. It should also be noted that the product update will not check if existing entities such as account or contact are still enabled for Mobile Express. While the Mobile Express forms for these entities are not required for iPad functionality in the out-of-the-box design, they may be required if script events have been enabled on the default form. This concludes this lesson.
Thank you for reviewing this course. Additional new feature courses can be found in the Partner Learning Center. If you have specific questions on any of the features shown, you can contact Partner Technical Services by emailing askpts@microsoft.com or calling 1-800-MPN-SOLVE.